Public consultations on the new curriculum for primary schools are now underway. The dialogue with a cross-section of stakeholders is in keeping with the OECS Program for Educational Advancement and Relevant Learning. Chief Education Officer Dr. Fiona Philip-Meyer explains that the entire primary school curriculum will be under review.
So all the various aspects are going to be looked at, because we can also appreciate that with Ict Integration now, it is significant to look at how much content is in the curriculum. You know, are the benchmarks in terms of the content areas for the various grade levels appropriate? Is there a need to review various subject areas such as mathematics and English and social studies and sciences? Because we have to look at how the teaching and learning has been impacted. Is the curriculum too heavy in terms of the various concepts that we're looking at? So it is important that we engage stakeholders, and for me, very significantly, teachers, because they're the ones who are implementing the teaching and learning across the board, but also administrators, curriculum officers, education officers, our entire teams.
According to education officials, the 4-year OECS Pearl program is part of efforts to achieve the OECS education sector strategy through increased access and improved student learning in basic education.
And it speaks to several components, and those include early childhood education as well as primary education. And in particular, we speak to the curriculum review as a significant part of the work that the Pearl is doing. It speaks to also systemic leadership and ensuring that our schools have the administrators who are well placed to lead us into the innovative ways that education is going at the moment.
The dialogue on the primary school curriculum review is being conducted virtually from June 7th to Friday 17th, 2022. The Education Ministry is imploring students, teachers, families, principals, parents, education officers, curriculum officers, the business and the creative sectors, as well as advocacy groups and other interested parties to participate to help inform the reform process.
It is very, very important to participate because we're all part of the process. It's important to get the opportunity to reflect upon what we have. And participation ensures that you get a voice, because if you do not participate, you wouldn't be able to contribute. And so it is my plea to encourage everyone to come on board, to look at what we have, because the objective is to get something that is much better for our students, that is more appropriate, that is more aligned, that the concepts, you know, the teaching practices, the learning that happens will be more effective. And so voices of implementers, I call them, voices of teachers on the ground, voices of principals are very, very important.
The OECS Pearl is funded by the Global Partnership for Education, GPE. With its vision of a quality education for every child, the GPE will help optimize education systems so that all children can learn, including those marginalized by poverty, ethnicity, disability, and displacement. The program is being implemented in 4 primary GPE member states, namely Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, with 5 English-speaking OECS member states involved in some aspect of the implementation process. Joachim Duplessis, HTS News Force.